Hello, this is episode 12 and it is titled Monopoly of Intellectuals. Actually, the title has been chosen from an analogy my E had shared with me once, and at the same time, it was really a jargon or a phrase that really caught my attention and caught my mind, and I'm just hooked onto it because it explains what's happening today over here, especially in America and the world probably. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and read what I've written so far. Another very important person whom I met at Hopkins was a Chinese student. Her name was E. Long. We used to often hang out together all the time because I had fallen in love with her cuteness and intelligence. Many of those times when we used to hang out, we used to have very stimulating intellectual discussions stemming from books we were reading or from our past experiences. So one night, I was in very high praise of America and its great intellectual author community, where knowledge is constantly being disseminated amongst the population. Constantly being disseminated amongst this population. Please note, by population, I mean only those people with skin color white and ethnically European. Skin color white, ethnically European, which stems from an interesting observation that indeed these bright people are so bright because they love reading, be it on a bus or a train or say anywhere and anywhere. Though on the other hand, I have seldom seen an American with skin color black and ethnically African and historically abused and assaulted by colonial masters in former times or by racist welfare system of present times, ever reading these bright books. Otherwise, they would realize the welfare system has been carefully designed by 1% to ensure the broken families, the broken families of poor, are incentivized more. Broken families of poor incentivize more? Their men imprisoned or more often in marijuana criminal offenses? To make sure 1% has the bottom 20% gripped in classical poverty trap. And of course, not to mention their constant fear propaganda, where they meaning those poor people, are shown as violent and bad people through media controlled by greedy satanic 1%, so that they continue controlling the resources of the world, especially on the continent of Africa and Middle East. So that night I went on monologuing over the social paradigm and mentioned to her that there are great books out there through which I am myself getting the knowledge and understanding of these predicaments. But you know what, E? These books are very expensive, ranging from $15 up to $40 and some even more. Dear E, I have worked at McDonald's for a while, where most of the employees were black youth in early 20s and who are trying to hold on to this job, instead of going to school, making a minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, standing 8 hours, predisposing themselves for varicose veins, are receiving and receiving pseudo McDonald's insurance, health insurance. How are these young minds ever going to be able to read such books? How are these young minds ever going to be able to read such books? When the buying such books will make them worry of their rent, buying such books will make them worry of their fatherless child's clothes. Instantly E flashed back with her analogy, intellectual of monopoly. Monopoly of intellectuals. And suddenly my monologue got a phrase which explained me America and its trickle down pyramid scheme.